Okay, welcome to the video tutorial to make this square dragonfly motif. This is going to be for the four corners of the blanket, whereas the rest of the blanket is going to be surrounded by these rectangular motifs. So the rectangular one was 19 stitches across and then about 14 stitches tall, because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of double crochets, and double crochets are about 2 single crochets tall, so this would be about 14 single crochets. So for the square, it's going to be 14 single crochets each direction. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to be using this same Bernat Baby yarn in soft lilac as before. To begin, we're going to make a slip knot. So you're going to hold the yarn, go around your 2 fingers, and make an X. You go under and pull that one through. And that creates a nice little slip knot. You can also just tie a knot, whatever works. We are going to be chaining 14. So remember, that's yarn over and pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, and then, excuse me, I misspoke. Rather than chaining 14, remember, because we can't go into that 14 stitch, we have to do one more than how many we want. So if I want 14 stitches, I'm gonna have to chain 15, because remember, I can't go into this first stitch because it will undo itself. Okay, so to begin, we're gonna do the same thing as before. We're gonna do 14 double crochets all along, right? We're creating that like nice solid foundation row. Same thing here, nice solid foundation row. So we're going to be double crocheting all the way across. Remember, that's yarn over, and then not the first one because that will undo itself, but into this second chain from the hook we're going to go in, yarn over, pull through. We got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and this is going to create, got a little snag there. I'm going to do that one more time just to make it a little bit cleaner. Remember, if you snag it, you can always just undo. So last one, pull through 2. There we go. And then we're going to continue doing double crochets all the way along. So there should be 14 total. We're going into each opening, and then you're going to have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so we're just going to continue double crocheting, yarn over into the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So I'm just going to continue doing that all the way across, and once we get there, we should have 14 stitches in total. There we go. Okay, and then that last is just a little tricky to see, but it is right here. Here we go. Okay, so that was our first row. Remember, you do want to double check and count. You should have 14 total stitches. So I'm going to double check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, for our second row, we're going to do another row of just double crochets across, same as before. And then the pattern to make the dragonfly is going to be just a slight variation. So remember, we want to chain up 2 to get to our new height, turn our work. And then I am going to also do a double crochet into that first stitch. I do prefer doing that rather than just chaining 2. Some people will chain 2 and count it as a stitch. And so you'll see that in certain patterns. The people who write the patterns typically say if it classes as a stitch or not. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to continue double crocheting, same as before. I got 2 more. Okay, so we finished our row number 2. Right, you can see it's coming along nicely. I'm just gonna pull some more yarn. And now this next row, we're going to actually begin our pattern. So this one's gonna need a little bit of compensation. Remember, for the rectangular motif, we had an odd number to have that middle ground. But in order to get the corners correctly, we do need to have an even number of stitches. So what you're gonna see here is when we do the body stitch, we are actually gonna skip 2 stitches right there in the middle. So you can see that we're gonna be doing, for instance, like right past here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? We're gonna do 6 on either side. That'll give us 12. And then the 13 and 14 stitch are gonna be skipped. So let's do that. So for row 3, we're gonna chain 2. Okay, and then remember, we wanna have 2 in the middle, so we're gonna have 6 double crochets to begin, including that first stitch. So we're gonna do 6 total. So that's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. There we go. And now we've hit what's going to be our middle. We're going to skip these 2 stitches. So we're going to chain 2. So yarn over, pull through, 1, yarn over, pull through, that's 2. So we're going to skip these 2, and I'm going to double crochet into that 3rd stitch. So 1, 2 into this stitch here. And I've got 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll find that you kind of have to hold in the back a little bit. It kind of is a little trickier with the chain. It's not quite as tight. Then yarn over, pull through 2 to make that double crochet. Okay, and then we're just gonna double crochet all the way across. We should have 6 stitches total, so 5 more, including, and then the one that we just did is gonna make 6. Okay. Okay, so we have finished row 3. We're gonna chain up 2 and get ready for row 4. So remember, we've just done this row. Row 4 is gonna be the first pair of wings. And if you look, we're going to be doing is 3 stitches, 3 stitches, and we're going to be skipping 3. So we're going to begin just with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And now for our wings, we're going to skip 3 for the bottom wings. They're going to be 3 stitches long. Our top wings are going to be 1 more or 4 stitches long. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, and 3. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to single crochet into that larger middle stitch.